well within his rights to say, nope, I've got to know where you are when the ball's bowled.
Ireland have been pretty ordinary so far, truth be told. Ball in hand, in the field, they've been sloppy. Last chance for Heinrich Milan and Andrew Balbirnie to have a look at their troops ahead of a crucial World Cup qualifying tournament in Zimbabwe that's going to come around very quickly. Jared Delaney has been watching for the third game in a row. Thought it might have been an opportunity to have a look at a hitter and leg spinner. Charge and pumped. Nazmul Hussain Shanta, whose footwork has been exemplary for the last 3 games, makes that cover drive look very easy.
Well, he hadn't been convincing for his 8, but this shot was very convincing. Glorious. Great footwork. Quick hands through the ball. Manages to push it past that fielder in the cover region. Curtis Camper got the dive out. Just changed the line he was hitting the ball. His shot of the day so far.
Oh, playing a miss again. At the moment, it feels like the third game, the last game of a series where both sides are playing without any caution whatsoever. Open the batting's been difficult all through this series, but at the moment, Bangladesh are putting a lot of pressure on the Ireland bowlers, and Ireland being a little bit sloppy. Big game for Ireland to try and get a bit of confidence. They need to win some matches heading into that tournament in Zimbabwe. Might be a wide. Clark off. Gives Mark a little bit of leeway there. It was tight.
Ronnie Black back on field today. He got his steps up on Friday. 16 balls, 16 kookaburras yet to bring out. They were sending them all the way into the stands, into the river, onto the roof.
Mark Adair just trying to tempt Nazmul Hussain Shanta into the outside edge. 2 catchers waiting. Sterling and Balbirnie, they're ever present in there. Those 2 very close friends, Paul Sterling and Andrew Balbirnie. A lot of cricket together. Spent a long time in London together at Middlesex. Generally together on and off the field. Next side, a little bit of shape, should be mopped up in the deep, just a single to finish. 37 for 1. Third ODI here in Chelmsford, and it's dry. 37 for 1 Bangladesh. Square the wicket. Any left-hander of any note will not miss out there. Shanto dealing in boundaries. That's the 4th of the day.
Beautiful. 2 wide from Josh Little. Just a little push. All he had to do was get it in that gap. It's nice and early. That's the sign of a man in form.
Playing a miss. A little bit of shape. Lovely, lovely evening for Nazmul Hussain Shanta on Friday night. His maiden ODI ton, and it was brilliant. Powerful hitting. All is on the attack, getting down the surface, presenting a full blade. Very rarely does he get too funky. Back to stability. It was a lovely, lovely moment for this young man. He's looking to cash in again. 17 for 14, game 3. Down the ground. Should be saved. Mark Adair tumbles and stops it.
He's been dealing in boundaries today, but when it's too straight from Ireland, particularly the seamers over the wicket, he's so good at taking it through square leg. Just allows the ball to come to him, flick of the wrists. It's a great way to get off strike. Good skills. Good skills to have for a left-hander.
Little Fuller looking for shape. There's been a little bit of swing today. The first ODI swung massively for most of the fixture, actually. Game 2, not so much. Pretty cold conditions. Sometimes when you get a cold day, it just doesn't shape as much. Sergio Valverde's drop, fairly routine. When you're fielding at Chelmsford, the square is raised. So as a slip field, you're often lower. That's leg side, it's too straight. So really good shot from Tamim because he gets just enough battling. Pick up a boundary to close out the 7. 46 for 1.
Too straight from Josh Little. Good torque from Tamim Iqbal and eyes to the sky for Josh Little. He's thrown away the last delivery of that over.
Impressive. Bangladesh. Alien conditions for the 3 games, but they have coped and dealt with conditions better than Ireland, which is a worry for the Irish side. 3 ODIs against Bangladesh in the middle of May at home, albeit in Chelmsford. They would have been expecting better results. Haven't quite hit their straps either with bat or ball. Batting on Friday exceptional, bowling poor. Bangladesh, full credit to the coaching staff, the captain. Utmost professionalism. 3 slips in play now. Adair on the attack. 3 slips and a big wide.
Good news for Adair is he's still swinging it. The bad news is he's not quite getting it right, and when he does try and swing it, tends to kiss the surface as well, not bowling it into the pitch. So he's just not quite getting it right here.
Mark Adair normally has a very good wrist position. Gets his wrist right behind the ball. He's actually very adept, Mark Adair, to bowl around the wicket to left-handers and actually stand the seam up and bring that slip cordon in play. When he bowls over the wicket, he tends to push it ever so slightly across, so swings early. Just wonder, would he contemplate getting around the wicket earlier than staying over? A bit like Stuart Broad. Test match cricket, left-hander around the wicket straight away. Doesn't even think twice about it.
It's just too wide, isn't it? He's not forcing Shanto to play. Ideally, you want to get it in and around 4th stump. Make him think maybe it's going to come in. I have to play at it, and that's when you're going to get the edge.
But he's bowling 6-7 stump. He may well find the edge of Nazmul Hussein Shanto, and it may well be taken in the court. We've got a player in such form, given him the opportunity to hit through and flay over the offside. Momo Shanto showing good discipline, very good technique. He's had a cracking week. Really, really exciting, talented cricketer. 44. I thought he played so well in that first game. Smashed one out to deep square leg. Was a little bit unfortunate. And then second game on Friday night. Well, what 100. What a century. Player of the match performance. That took some doing after Harry Tector's 140. This is poor. This is poor from Mark Adair. He's got 3 slips in play. I think Andrew Balbirnie's over-attacking. Saw this under the game one. I thought Balbirnie and Ireland over-attacked. Tamim Iqbal said in an interview that he felt he let the pitch and the ball and the conditions do the work for you.
Maybe that field on the leg side playing into his mind. Just the 2 fielders can't afford to get too straight. Shanto so good off the legs. Just 2 wide so far.
Well, misfield. Curtis Camphor overran it. Typifies Ireland in the first 40 minutes or so. This bit of cricket here, a couple of wides and then a misfield, which gets a little bit of an awkward bounce to give Curtis Camphor a little bit of light relief, a little bit of spin.
Not what you're expecting when you're fielding off a seam bowler. Unlucky, but he'd done too much work. Anyway, gone past it. Ireland need to turn this around in the field.
Much better full. Tamim searching, seeking. Lovely delivery of that from Mark Adair.
Really full. Look at that. Swung from outside leg all the way outside off. How many times have we seen that this series? Hands to the face. Just hasn't taken the edges.
I think we might see a little bit of spin early here. I think Andrew McBride might get a twist early, the off spinner. Pretty well played from Tamim. Let that go through to the keeper. 8 done. 49 for 1. Nice, Mike. Done. Crowd pretty strong again Sunday morning. Welcome to Essex County Cricket Club and CEO John Stevenson for putting a lot of preparation into this series. This is going to be a cracker. If last summer was anything to go on, those 2 T20s in Malahide against India, that should be great. 3 games. Get your tickets early because they will sell out. cricketireland.ie. Get your tickets. Wonderful experience last summer seeing Malahide with a full crowd and Harry Tector batting beautifully. Ireland should have got over the line against India last summer, but they're coming back again, the Indian Stars. 3 T20s. We'll be there. Shanto charges, spliced. Stephen Doherty's in the deep, won't be able to cut off the 2.
Didn't take much of a look, did he, Shanto? First time we're seeing Craig Young with ball in hand this series. He's a bit injured. Speaking to him earlier, he said he's not going to probably ever get over this injury. Yeah, always 2 off the bat, that one.
summer ahead. The Ireland men's team. Test match will follow very soon. They've got a warm-up game here at Chelmsford, and they've got a test match against England, June 1 to June 4. That should be a belting encounter in the World Cup qualifiers. That is massive. In Zimbabwe, 18th of June to 9th of July. And then the T20 World Cup qualifier for next year. That'll be in Edinburgh, back end of July. 3 T20s against India, and then England ODIs. Wonderful. The Ireland men's team have such a strong card. 2 big qualifying tournaments for world events. 50 over World Cup in India and the T20 World Cup which held in the Caribbean and the USA. England ODIs at the back end of the summer. Ireland will be hoping for the ODIs to prepare for the World Cup. Pulled away. Doesn't quite get it out of the middle. Should be hauled in. Andrew McBride in pursuit. Not just the men have got a busy schedule, Isabel. The women will be playing plenty of cricket also.
Off to the West Indies themselves in June. And then they host the world champions, Australia. Hosting them in Clontarf in Dublin before playing Netherlands in August. So a busy summer for them.
Thought to finish Craig Young's first over. Good to see Craig Young back in the Ireland green. 9 done, 53 for 1. Well. He's not happy. Tamim. Mr. Chattogram from the port city. 15 for 15 today, so he's got to start, Tamim. He can cash in. Oh, he's led the side very well. Captaincy's been right on point the first 2 games. Well, Ireland women's as well, you mentioned their schedule. The West Indies series should be interesting because Ireland nearly turned them over the World Cup. The West Indies are going through a bit of a tough patch in the women's game.
Absolutely. Arlene Kelly on the left, Shauna Kavanagh on the right, sporting the new kit. Yeah, Hayley Matthews is so important for West Indies. So she led them to victory against Ireland in that World Cup. She'll be the one that they're planning for, I'm sure. The analysts will be figuring out how do you get her out. She's just taken over the captaincy from Stefanie Taylor, and it seems to have matured her a lot. She was very young on the international scene, 50 in a World Cup final, when she was just 18 years old, early 20s, and has the captaincy.
Pulled away. Once again on the advance, Craig Young won't haul that in. Outfield not quite as fast as it has been the last couple of games. That's another boundary. Shanto, his 5th 4 of the day.
Too short. Didn't get all of it, Shanto. Not a lot of footwork. Got the hands around and found one of the shorter boundaries. Craig Young won't have enjoyed that roll over the rope. He's smarting.
That's very fine. That's going to race away. It's poor bowling. Shanto, his footwork is putting Marketeer and the Ireland bowlers off their line and length. Good, aggressive, impressive batting.
around the wicket marker there. Too easy this. How many runs has he scored on the leg side? Just deft touch, make sure it goes straighter than the fielder in fine leg.
Just 76 mile an hour. He's not fast, marker there, but that's down for his normal speed. And the Ireland women's team, I tell you what, if they could just get a decent coach, they'd be in a much better place, wouldn't they? Who is coach?
Steady on, Niall. Steady. Got a fantastic coach. One of the most dedicated coaches around, Ed Joyce.
Yeah, he's a great man, Joycey. He'll be watching back in Sandymount, no doubt about it. A great coach, doing a wonderful job with the Ireland women's team. It's been a very, very impressive power play for Bangladesh. 10 done. Really, really good with the bat. 62 for 1. Very, very good power play for Bangladesh after losing the toss. 62 for 1. Craig Young back in the side today after groin injury. Ireland need him to fire, both with red ball and white ball. Rolly Black says power play 1 done and dusted. What a ball that is. What a lovely ball. Welcome to the crease. Welcome to the comms box. Shamanai Ghosh, lovely to see you.
Wonderful to be here. Niall, thank you. But that's a beautiful delivery. Opened him up. Tamim Iqbal, leg delivery, just moving away from the left-handed batter. Mr. Chattogram, as you named him. Nice one.
Yeah, Mr. Chattogram, and you're Mr. Gulshan. And the screws by Tamim, but will pick up a single. What do you make of this? We want our old Tamim back. Last 9 ODIs for Tamim Iqbal, averaging 22 with a best of 41 not out.
Yeah, the last half century he got was in Zimbabwe last year. So it's been some time, of course. When you make a reputation, certain things are expected of you. And certainly when he started off, he was this aggressive young batter. The roles have changed. That is a beauty. Gorgeous shot from Nazmul Hussain Shanto. Just leaned onto it, cracking.
Long half volley. And enough width from Nazmul Hussain Shanto just to climb into. It's a really good shot. It's a friendly ball. Not much behind it from Craig Young. No venom. No real pace. And absolutely no shape whatsoever. That is easy pickings for any batter. But Shanto, the form he's in, will not miss out. With those numbers for Tamim, how does he deal with that kind of, we'll call it a lack of form, because it is a bit of a lack of form. Does he deal okay with it because he's captain? Can he put his batting to one side and lead, or does one affect the other?
I don't think so, to be honest. Because, see, when you have a career of 17 years, he's done it, he's gone through the rough patches in between, and he's made a comeback plenty of times. Edge taken. That's a good catch taken by Malburney, the captain, at second slip. And Craig Young, he makes the comeback and straight away has an impact.
Yeah, much better from Craig Young. He just drags his length back by a couple of foot. Shanto just pokes at it. It can happen when you're in form. You're looking to hit every single ball. It's a good catch. really is Balbirnie putting down Tamim early with a much easier one. Shanto's got to go. His series is over with bats in hand, 35-32, 67-2. Change in batting order today. No Shakib, so Litson Das is going to bat number 4. Has been opening a couple of games previous, but debutant Ronnie Talukdar opened today for a little bit. Just lost their second, Bangladesh. Craig Young back in the Ireland side, much to everyone's relief, really. Craig Young's been a good bowler for Ireland for a couple of seasons. He's had his injury problems, Craig Young. He's plagued his career, really, but recently that groin injury just won't go away, won't shift. Even when he feels like he's back fully fit, in the back of his mind, he always thinks, not quite feeling spot on, so he'll be mightily relieved to be back out in the field and taking wickets for Ireland. Now, Litson Das batting 4. Flew in from Kolkata Knight Riders at the IPL, where he had a taste of the festival that the IPL is. Was vying with a spot for Ramanullah Gurbaz for the gloves there from Afghanistan. 3 slips. Oh, what a beautiful ball. What a lovely ball that is. 11 done, 67-2. Very good from Craig Young. Just pulls his length back a little bit from the previous drive, and Shanto just pokes at it. Defends towards cover. That's why he edges it. Balbirnie grabs a good one low to his right. Put down a simple one early on, but Craig Young, good awards to the big quick from Derry. Right, I'm over, guys. Captain Tamim put down on 1. Got alive early. 17 from 19. Ronnie T, as they know him in the BPL, the Rangpur Riders. Mr. Rangpur Riders, isn't he?
BPL certainly did help him make a comeback in the T20 side and now the ODI side.
Swings down leg side. There was also a chance to potentially have a look at Yasser Ali. Didn't go with that option. Another talented stroke maker. Yasser Ali mainly bats in that middle order, so they went with Ronnie Talukdar and put him up top, which was an interesting ploy. I know he generally opens up, but that's what Dash dropping down to 4 today.
Ronnie Talukdar, it's a good thing that he made his ODI debut. Just got one T20 opportunity. It was 7 years and 8 months ago, to be precise. He's been a consistent performer in the domestic circuit. He was the second leading run scorer in this edition of VPL, the one that recently concluded. Shanto was the top scorer with 500 plus runs. So the BPL certainly does a lot of good.
I think for me, travelling to Bangladesh a lot for the BPL, the biggest plus point I think for Bangladesh cricket because of the BPL is the fast bowlers now that are coming through. Because when you used to go to Bangladesh, I think the first time I went was 2008, and there was no grass on the surface. Now you go to Mirpur, you go to Chattogram, or so that there's live grass on the pitch for a T20 game for the likes of Epidot, etc. To give them something to work with, and all of a sudden Alan Donald has quicks to work with. Bangladesh If they're to win a trophy, a world event, incredible for the senior side. You see it on the 19th team do it. They need quick bowlers. They can't rely on spin-friendly surfaces.
Spot on. Spot on, Niall. And there's something that Bangladesh has realized over the years. You have to rely on the process. So finally, we see a few quicks in the side. Edged, but past the fielders and slip and runs off to the boundary.
Only 2 slips in. Curtis Camphor for his first over. He has got that wicket-taking ability. Always creates chances. Barely just had 2 in. Thick outside edge, a little bit of extra bounce, a little dash. It's streaky. Gets lucky. Third slip. Catch all the same, so favouring the Bangladesh Brave batting at the moment. Chopped away. Should be mopped up by Craig Young in the deep. And also, by BPL having seam-friendly pitches are pitches with pace and bounce, it helps their batters, the local batters, play better against a moving ball.
So one of the highlights of this year's BPL was the pitches, the turfs. You go around Bangladesh, Sylhet, Chattogram. There's a great wickets, great surfaces to bat on. One of the highlights, providing a challenge for the bowlers also. On drive, finds the gap. Didn't middle it as well as you'd like to, but will come back for 2. So yeah, it has done a lot of good. And we've seen a lot of players perform and gain a lot of confidence. And Tauhid Ridoy is one of those examples. You see Shanto now performing, right? He was the highest run getter in the World Cup last year, Shanto. But truth be told, I think the BPL has done a lot of good to a bunch of players.
Talon, once again, just miscuing an attempt to drive and looking through the offside, going through leg side. 12 bowls, 78 for 2. Gap. Just pick up 1. Craig Young operating at decent speed, early to mid 80s, can bowl faster, mile an hour that is. Craig Young against Shanto. Big, friendly half volley. Brings it back a little bit and then pulls it back another bit. So from that first boundary to the wicket ball, the length is better, the line is much better. Shanto just poking with an open blade. Good catch by Balbirnie. Good work from Craig Young. Anywhere for Nazmul Hussain. Shanto looking back thinking, missed out there. Going so well. Just defending to cover. When you watch a lot of left-handers down the years when they're trying to defend the ball, defend to mid-off. If Shanto had a defender that's mid-off, who went past the outside edge, just felt for the ball a little bit, it can happen. When you're in form, you feel you can hit everything. You feel you can do no wrong, but impressive series for Shanto. Das got a little bit of information. Richard, what have you got?
It's slightly strange that Das is coming at number 4 today. The last time he batted outside of the top 3 was actually in the World Cup of 2019. He's averaging 42 and a half in the top 3 with 4 centuries. 5 batsmen have scored, only 5 batsmen have scored more runs in the top 3 in ODI since then. It's a strange decision.
Edged, not carrying to Andrew McBride. Well, it's an interesting one, really. I a established batter like Little Das, I'm not sure how I would have taken that. When Shakib's out, they're bringing Ronnie Talukdar in for his debut. Yes, Ronnie Talukdar is an opening batter by trade. But if I'm Little Das, and hold on a minute, I'm here. This is my spot. So it's rare, really, that you see a debutant come in and upset the established mantra of a side. It's a lovely shot. It'll only be one of us. Lovely balance. This guy can play.
Just going back to that, it was more about making way for Ronnie Talukdar, as he pointed out. And he does open the batting. That's where he has got his success. And in the recent T20Is also, he has been opening the batting and has a go at the bowling from the very start. Little Das with all that experience, yes, and he has batted in the middle orders. Tamim has always been an opener.
Inside edge. Not out says Rolly Black, who very, very rarely gets it wrong. Tamim, sure he just squeezed that. Will Andrew Balbirnie have a look? I don't think Captain Balbirnie is that interested. Harry Tector seems to want Andrew Balbirnie to take a look. Yes! Well, just in the nick of time. Send it upstairs.
কোন খেলানো শেষ শরীরে একটু গরম লাগাইতে চাও না একটু ঠান্ডা লাগাইতে চাও না শরীরে হালকা হালকা ঠান্ডা লাগাইতে গরম লাগাইতে ঠান্ডা না লাগলে চলে কিন্তু গরম লাগাইতে
Roland, you can stay with your original decision of my task. Stand by. On screen signal now.
Very rarely gets the wrong Rolly Black. Harry Tector wanted that. A massive inside edge. 13 done. 80 for 2.
আমি এই বিষয়
A burned a review. Harry Tector was sure. It was close. It wasn't. Massive inside edge. Camphor to continue. Brilliant stop. That is top class. Tector again. I'd have burned a review, but save 4.
Definitely saved a few runs there. Harry Tector. Young fans. Pretty packed crowd this Sunday. Yeah, time is super busy from that.
Oh, Little Dash, that's exactly where he loves it. Square the wicket on the offside. If you've been watching him for the last 2 to 3 years, he loves a punch through point.
Plain and simple. Makes it look so easy, effortless. Stands tall, waits for the delivery. And look at those hands. Lovely.
Square here in Essex as well. Square the wicket, a lot of pitches. Ball races away from 4. Timing and placement. Now he's only just tapped that ball on the head and it's racing away to the fence. Stephen Downey hauls it in with a bit of support, but this is good from Litton, who looked a little bit out of touch in the first couple of games. Very comfortable at the crease. Game 3.
This is some nice batting from Little Das. First one was not that short, but that boundary, he prompted the bowler to bowl it a little fuller. And this time, he took advantage of it with that on drive.
Might be a reload, another one. Just to go back to the Ronnie Talukdar opened the batting over Little Das. I think some of the other sides around the world, England for example, if they've got to make a change through an injury, they wouldn't bring a batter in and let him open the batting ahead of a Jason Roy, for example. Absolutely no way. So the debutant would have to fill in where the gap lies in that middle order. I know he's opened domestically at T20. This is a different kettle of fish. And if he's going to try and play like he played today, and it's only a snapshot, it's going to be difficult to have sustained success in one-day cricket with two white balls, two new balls at each end, playing the way he played today.
I hear what you're saying. And absolutely what you say does make sense. I think the ball doing a bit under English conditions, that also gives someone like Leighton Das a bit of time to come in a bit later. Ronnie Talukdar has been a wonderful comeback story. He opens the bat, mentioned that. Dot ball to end the over. Get back to that.